Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 4. It's the home of the Canucks. We have Leviathan versus Apezone here in our Group C match. Two of them, in fact, tonight. Of course, these two games will be cast by High Ground TV. With us tonight, Mott Pax, our statsman, of course. I'm Mott, and with me is Sir Action Slacks. Slacks, how the hell are you, man?
I'm doing quite well, sir. Ready for a very professional, calm, and interesting cast tonight. What a wonderful time we shall have together.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Hope to enjoy myself, and this is gonna be fun, man. I'm super excited. We talked about Leviathan a bit. We talked about Jenkins, the Pudge. This guy's a goddamn legend. Apezone, haven't heard of any of them, but that's all right.
What? Let me tell you a little bit about Apezone. I've been doing the qualifiers for Canada Cup. These dudes have been unstoppable. Everybody that they come up against has just been a steamroll. 2-0 wins. Guys are nuts. Keep your eye out for Dan and the Banana King. He's crazy.
That's actually the best name I've ever seen in my life. I'm excited to see what the Banana King can accomplish here. He is the blue player, but they're having a tough time, man. This is Group C. They've lost twice already. Once to the Thundercats, and the other time to Ike's Mike's new squad, the mustachioed Complexity Gaming.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. They have to win this game to keep themselves in it right now. Leviathan, if they go down, they could be in trouble. But we'll see how this pans out. We could have a potential three-way tie kind of thing. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll see. A lot of different things have to happen for that to happen, and I think Apezone has to win this game specifically. Leviathan are in a pretty good position if they win this one. So, wow. They have not. I mean, this is standard Dota line axe. That's pretty. Yep. Okay. Exciting stuff. We got it. We did it.
But hey, Clockwork's pretty interesting. I love watching a good Clockwork player.
Yeah. He's actually Clockwork deserves a lot more in this current meta. I think he's a good hero. I think Cookshot, Cogs. He's actually one of the best offlaners because you don't have to share the jungle with anybody. I feel like. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to get a Bat Rider, but then there's a Chen on your team who's like, well, I guess everyone's going to be in the jungle now, so. Interesting choice.
Interesting choice. I'm terrified of Clockwork players. Anytime I see somebody pick them, I know they know what they're doing, and it is bad news. So I can't wait to see Leviathan just hooking around, going all crazy all over the map. Should be a lot of fun. Axe, pretty standard. Not really a lot to talk about that. Do you think that the nerfs really hit Axe at all?
No.
No.
No, definitely not. Dude, that hero still bounces all hell. Yeah, I think the hero is really good and really fun to watch, but they got to change more than just like when he's in 70 or 80% of all Dota games. There's kind of an issue there, so they'll have to change him a little bit more in the future. But as of right now, hey man, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of axe in your game, but that's all right. It's all right.
Everybody likes dunks. It's good to watch. Vengeful Spirit, though, not a big fan of. Too boring for me, but she is in every game as well. You like the Venge?
Yes. That is one of my favorite supports. She's the only person that'll throw her body in the middle of the high ground, the enemy high ground, and she just dies for it, but it's fine. As long as she gets the swap off, it's totally okay. And I think another hero, I mean, she was changed okay. She had the Wave of Terror cooldown increase, but I still think Vengeful Spirit's a good choice. Solid support will probably get changed in the near future. Still, though, a nice pick coming up from Apezone. Standard draft thus far. The only crazy thing is that the Clockwork is picked for Leviathan in your second pick. You could probably wait till the third pick to grab that, but they say, let's go for it early anyways. We'll see how it works out. Leviathan, by the way, getting a team house, I think somewhere in the southern United States, because I saw the picture and they had a palm tree. It's just it was a nice little area they had. I'm like, ooh, this is special. So
they're getting a house in Florida, which is pretty dangerous. I used to live in Florida. That place it's hell on earth. So
why do you say that?
Oh my God! You can only in a cold climate, you can put on a coat or something. You can only get so naked. In Florida, it's always hot. There's bullfrogs that scream out your window. It's a living hell. So good luck, Team Leviathan. With that, it sucks. Sorry.
Literally hell on earth. Oh man, I know how your feelings are. Well, listen, I'm not the biggest fan of a super hot humid climate, but you just made Florida sound awful. You made it sound like the armpit of America or something. Holy.
It is. Coming there from a Floridian. I was born there one day. You know, we're like turtles. We're born there, we go back to die there. That's the story of Florida.
Wow, that was maybe oh man, that's depressing as all hell, man.
Welcome to the Canada Cup.
Welcome to Dota. Yeah, Dota 2 Canada Cup. We talk about just Florida, how great it is down there. Good stuff. Leviathan, good luck, guys. Don't kill yourselves. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, so Juggernaut and Wind Ranger banned out, and a Huskar. Interesting picks there. Why do you think they're banning out the Wind Ranger?
Wind Ranger's pretty good. I don't know if Leviathan played. I haven't seen them play too often. I used to watch them a lot, but I think that they seem like a team that would pick Wind Ranger either in the mid or maybe even a safe lane role. I think Wind Ranger's a good hero. I don't know why they banned out Huskar. Apezone probably known to pick that hero. I think that hero is okay in the right hands. I've seen it with some decent success. I'm not the biggest fan of a Huskar ban. I guess it's just kind of respecting the enemy team. Apezone, by the way, we talked about this. You threw this out in the draft or pre-draft. There's no Pudge ban for Jenkins, so it's exciting. It's a possibility.
Yeah. Jenkins could potentially go Pudge. For those of you that don't know, it's one of his favorite heroes. He wrote a nice guide about Jungle Pudge, so we might be able to see the Master in action here from Team Leviathan. But an Earthshaker is picked up from Team Apezone. A little bit of rump in that dump. That's kind of an odd pick. Usually you want to pick that with a lot of people on the map, right there, Mount? Or
yeah.
Mod? Oh, God, I did it again. Mod.
It's all right. I forgive you. It's okay. Earthshaker's, I think, an okay choice here. I think ever since EG started running this hero a lot more often than, say, some of the other supports on the map, or EG ran this Earthshaker a lot at DAC, I think a lot of people are starting to realize that, hey, this block's pretty good early on for keeping our off lane safe. He's really good at rotating, even to the mid lane and getting a couple of kills. So he's really good at rotating. You have to get a pretty aggressive mid, I think, to really maximize his usefulness, but I think it's a good choice. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know. Coupled with an axe, this could be pretty solid as well. You kind of just get a call if you literally walk up as he's calling somebody, and then you just hit your R button, and people just die. So that's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun time. I think it's a good choice for Leviathan. They grab their 2 support Scarith in line. That's a deadly duo of heroes. It's a lot of burst damage coming out, and they have a lot more options here for their mid laner and for their safe lane carry as well. They'll have the Clockwork in the off lane. Pretty standard draft from Leviathan, but it could work out, and we still have yet to see if they can go for that Pudge mid. So we'll wait and see what they grab. It's going to be exciting.
Yes, very exciting indeed. I've seen the Skywrath Clockwork combo a lot too, been on the receiving end of that. That's a horrible situation. Get as many people in the cogs as possible, then pop that ultimate. So, I don't know how they're going to deal with that. Hopefully get some blade bales up. That should just about do it. Queen of Pain picked out from Team Leviathan. A lot of screaming, a lot of pain, a lot of burst damage. Leviathan is ready to one-shot entire teams. What's going on here?
Yeah, Queen of Pain has been picked a lot more often recently for good reason. They changed her Aghanim Scepter, and the fact that also her ultimate actually goes through Magic Immunity instead of being useless at about 30 minutes into the game is pretty nice. Scream of Pain early on does more damage than Sonic Wave if you max it out early, so that's pretty nice. I think the hero has a lot of burst. I mean, this is burst central for Leviathan. They're like, okay, if we find anybody, they're just going to die. We're going to kill them as quickly as possible. Good stuff. Let's go. For Apezone, they should be cowering a little bit. This is why you pick an Earthshaker, primarily so that if you get jumped on by, say, a Lion or a Skywrath, you could block them with Fish, or even a Queen of Pain, because Blink is a really long cooldown at its first and next couple of levels, 15-second cooldown. So Fisher block is going to be very useful for Apezone, but we'll see how useful it actually is. As, well, they only have 15 seconds left to reserve time. By the way, there's probably not going to be a Pudge anymore, as they already picked the Queen of Pain, who is more than likely not going to go in the side lane. He'll probably go mid, unfortunately.
Razor picked up for Team Apezone. Wow, there we go. Steal a lot of damage. Counter that, but, I don't know. I'm still terrified of Leviathan's draft, as you said. So much burst damage. It's terrifying. Why pick Razor to try to counter that?
Razor's pretty solid against Clockwork. If you put a Razor in cogs with Clockwork, he just steals all of your damage. And he's pretty tanky, so he can survive a lot of the burst damage when he gets, say, an Aghanim Scepter. So they already have 2 pretty tanky heroes with a Razor and Axe. Plus, Axe and Razor together is a pretty solid combo. Plasma Field will blow up some of these heroes. I think this is a good choice. And against Queen of Pain, it's okay. She can blink out, but only every 15 seconds. So Static Link is a short enough cooldown where it's not going to be an issue for the most part with Blink. So, I mean, it's kind of a long cooldown, I guess. But still, you're pretty much forced Queen of Pain to blink every time you Static Link, which is kind of a problem.
10 seconds remaining.
You could lane the Razor elsewhere, but it's more than likely going to be mid-Razor versus Queen of Pain. All right, well, I'm not going to theorize any further because my head's actually starting to hurt now. Let's just get back into the draft. Hopefully the game starts soon.
I thought Queen of Pain would like the whips, so I don't know why she'd be run away from Razor, but that's just me. We'll see how it goes. I'm sorry. I won't make too many of those jokes, I promise. Animage is knocked out, panned out from Team Leviathan. No Animage, no Wraith King. So we're seeing the last pick here. Any guesses here?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Leviathan, I think they have a long list of heroes they could play in the safe lane. I'm not going to try to guess because I feel like that's just going to end in me looking like an idiot. All right, I see. I wouldn't have guessed that for Leviathan. Like I would have had no idea that was going to happen. Nice. All right, cool. I avoid making myself look like an idiot. We're good.
Perfect. You've done better than me already. Necrophos, another bursty hero. That gigantic burst with his ultimate on those low health heroes. I mean, this team is just ready to explode. I can't wait to see him fight. This is going to be awesome.
You're going to have like a Queen of Pain and Sonic Wave into like Necrophos ult, and you're just like, I guess I'm dead now. I guess I'm not alive anymore. That's unfortunate, so...
That's life, baby. Life and death in Dota 2. Apezone. Who are they going to pick? Their last pick of the day. I don't want to be this guy, but some tank would certainly be nice. And not that that tank exists in Dota 2, but whew, somebody with some beef would probably be a good idea.
A strong safe laner. Or you could send a mid laner. Okay, there you go. That's your tank, DK. He's a strong man. He's clad in armor. He turns into a literal dragon. What else do you need than that, man? That's it. That's the way you go.
I'm super excited. I haven't seen a Dragon I played in a long time, and you can get some serious tank out of that guy. I think that was a great pick. Let's see how it goes here on the Dota 2 Canada Cup. You want to take us away with Team Radiant, sir?
All right, on the side of Apezone, the team that I'm excited to see for the first time. We'll see how they play up against Leviathan. GKTA on the axe. This guy has a huge giant sword thing. It's a bit unnecessary. Pepe the Bulgarian. Interesting. On the Vengeful Spirit. Banana King. He is the Banana King playing your Earthshaker. What a frightening name. Confessor on your Dragonite, and then Dan is going to be playing your Razor to round it all out. And looks like Dan will be going mid. They'll have some 4-man aggression bottom, but on the other side, Leviathan are going 5-man deep.
Oh, shoot. Should be Dota. He's going to be running up on your Queen of Pain. I'll try to do this before a murder happens. Jenkin Dota. He's going to be your Clockwork. Flying Zebra as your Lion. Nusham Dodo as your Skywrath Mage. And, of course, Necrophos being played by Shredder. Looks like we are going to have quite the awakening here in the bottom lane as the blood shall spill. First stun onto that Earthshaker. And here we go. The action is already heating up as Banana King looks like he'll be your first blood today. Jenkins trying to get another kill down on Stan and Dan. Dan's out. And mission accomplished. Earthshaker taking out that poor man caught in the bottom lane.
The Earthshaker walks into the enemy team, throws up a nice fisher. He's like, oh god, I can't survive. There's every single hero here. He is just the lamb for the slaughter, the martyr for the side of Apezone. And they lose the first blood to Leviathan, and this is kind of how you expect it. Leviathan, a pretty solid team, and Apezone, they have a lot to prove in this game. And already they get the first blood done. They'll send Shredder to the top lane. They have an aggro tri-lane currently. They're actually just warding the enemy jungle super heavily. One sentry here to block this camp. You have the nice observer ward here just to get vision of the enemy jungle. And then another observer ward here just to get vision of this camp. I think this also might block this camp as well. So you've got some sentry work to be doing here, my friends. And in fact, none of them have sentries. Apezone, that might have been an oversight for you. Let's save up some 200 gold and get those sentries out, guys.
Hey, you know, not everybody can afford sentries, especially when you get first blooded. So I'm sure they'll be fine. No worries. Looks like we got a tri-lane heading up on the top there. The Skywrath Mage and the Lion going to be putting a lot of pressure on that offlane axe and try to shut that down. I wonder if that's going to work out okay for them.
This axe, I mean, the thing about axe is that he can still find farm regardless of lanes a lot of the time. He just has to be careful. I mean, even if he dies, as long as he's getting experience as yes, it's fine. I think he'll get farm regardless. You could also send him into the jungle eventually. He'll be okay. You want to get like Tranquils or something before that's the case, but this is not going to be a difficult lane for Axe unless he gets caught out, which, I mean, that's... well, alright, that's a mono. Anyways.
That's probably going to happen. I mean, what are you going to do? Meanwhile, bottom lane, just that lone Clockwork down there, going to try to do what he can. He's got a lot of stuns to contend with here, but he shouldn't be too bad either. He got the cogs, so I think he'll be just fine.
This is a safe lane deke. I can't even handle. Alright, this is a safe lane Dragonite. I've lost. That's over. That's it. This is not how you play the game, and I am not sure if I'm a fan of this particular lane.
Come on, baby! It's 2 protect 1.
How do you get levels? How? How do you get level 6 of this hero? It's not possible.
You don't. You get kills, baby. Check this out.
Guess,
Here comes the stun. Follow-up stun by the bench. Follow-up stun by the bench.
She got pushed.
There it is.
He might kill Confessor if he's not careful. Fisher comes out. Jenkins. Oh, Jenkins! He actually gets a return kill. It may be worth it. He doesn't get the experience, but he doesn't give a damn. He gets the gold. He's happy. Oh, my lord.
Sweet googly moogly. I thought that'd turn out a lot better. But what are you going to do? Hey, no problem. Got a rune grab there by the Skywrath Mage up at the top. He's got some money. He might be swinging around on the mid, see if he can make something out of this. Razor, he's got his whips, he's got his chains, and I think Queen of Pain likes it. She's not scared at all.
She is quite the masochist, and she's feeling it right now. She actually has boots, I think, coming out. No, a bottle instead. And Null Tally, and look at this. And Nusham going for the good old courier snipe, which is going bottom. That is not going the way he wants it to go. That's a bit unfortunate. Dan is not going bottle. I think that's what they were expecting. He doesn't have it yet. He needs like 100 more gold. So a little bit early to the party for Nusham here, sitting on the high ground. It's kind of awkward.
Looks like the top lane has just been completely abandoned. Axe is just like, that ain't working out for me, and he's going to head on over to the jungle. Okay, that works, sure.
Yeah.
If the lane ain't working, go kill some creeps. Just kill something. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, initiation on the Razor. He's going to get a knife in his back, but he is looking okay. Skywrath Mage not going to be able to really do anything with this, I don't think. Oh, wait! He's feeling risky. Could this be it? He smells it? No. He smells it. He walks away. He smells something's wrong.
They saw him, I think. They pinged him. GKTA is like, there's a guy over there. Just be careful. And it's actually after 3 minutes, so he knows that staying here any longer would probably be a waste of time. And look how everyone is mid right now. Banana King's nearby. GKTA is like, I'm here if we need any help. But they're throwing a lot at this mid lane. Whereas, like you talked about, they're sacrificing top lane. So Shredder's getting free farm. Bottom lane, DK is getting okay farm, but Clockwork's getting 7 last hits. That shouldn't happen in an off-lane Clockwork. They're not really shutting him down. So Leviathan with an early lead here based on just lanes in general. And it probably looks like it'll continue that way unless they get some ganks here onto this Clockwork. But even then, a rotation coming in from Nusham, however you pronounce the name. I always get that wrong. But
oh, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm terrible with names. But let's go ahead. Shall we take a look at our net worth here? You're being led up by 2 guys on Team Dire. You've got the Necro, you've got the Queen of Pain, and they are just doing quite fine. The closest guy is 1,000 gold away. Your Razor in the mid. So yeah, as you were saying, the laning phase is looking pretty heavily in Leviathan's favor.
And that could change, but they need to get something done with these supports, I think. Venge is not really doing much. I mean, Axe is jungler, which is fine. He's going to drop his Tranquil Boots. They have the top lane to Banana King. I like this because you can see us from afar with the Fisher if he wants to. It's going to be a high mana cost, but it's probably fine. This game is just... Look at the top lane CS, though. 21 for Shredder, and whatever he goes for, he's going to have it pretty early on. Down bottom, they might be able to try to fight. I mean, level 2 Breathe Fire, level 1 Dragon Tail, not the best for a DK. He doesn't really give that much right click. He does have a DD, but it's about to run out. This is, yeah, and they're just going to chase after Confessor. He's going to take an Arcane Bolt. Jenkins is, like, throwing out a Flare, but now they do rotate GKTA. He has level 2 Berserker's Call, level 2 Counter Helix. You'll see usually a point in that Battle Hunger, but they're not going for it. This could be disastrous for Jenkins if he's not careful.
Ooh, I don't know. They did have a lot of stuns last time, too, and he seemed to deal with it just fine. He's in the back of the tower, playing it real safe, so I think he's going to be okay in the bottom lane. And, yeah, I'm really worried about the top, though. The Shredder is just getting free farm. Like you said, anything he buys, going to come out early, and it's going to come out strong. You do not want to let Necrophos start snowballing here at this 5-minute mark.
And you always have that late game because Aghanim Scepter on that hero is actually ridiculous. It's like, by the way, I know you're really counting on your buybacks, but you just don't have that anymore. You're also dead for literally a year, so...
See you in 2016, folks,
yeah, seriously.
with the death. A little bit of pressure on Confessor. I confess he's all alone down in the bottom lane. There we go. Axe moving in. And not a lot of action. What's going on? There was so much action and murder, and now nothing.
I think both teams are... I think Apezone specifically are just like, let's not do anything crazy. Let's not get caught out. Let's not try to go for anything. Let's just secure farm. I don't know who this benefits, though. I feel like a DK getting free farm bottom is not that great. I'm not sure why they prioritize him into the bottom lane and not give him the mid lane and then give Razor the bottom lane. I feel like that's a better choice because what do you get with levels from a Razor that you like? I feel like a DK is better in terms of levels than a Razor is, anyways. But they have a lot of heroes bottom. Jenkins is gonna walk up, get Dragon Tail. They're gonna silence up Confessor, but here's a hasted axe. That's frightening. Berserker's Call. Jenkins is done so. They get level 3 counter helix. 1 proc actually obliterates him. And they can't do much else. But on the backside, they come and Shibby gets a kill into Pepe. Backs away. Easy kill from Shibby. Gets a kill. Backs up towards that bottom rune. Can't find the rune spawn because it's at 630. So nice little 1-for-1 trade. A bit better coming out from Apezone, but not too bad for Leviathan.
Not too bad at all. I'm looking at items right now. I'm not seeing anything too interesting here. A lot of phase boots coming out, some wards from the supports, but I'm really interested in what Shredder is building. It looks like he's got a null and a ring of regen. What are you thinking that's going to become?
Well, he picks up a ring of Basilius, a ring of regen. It looks like, I'm not really sure, actually. He could pick up back if he wants to. Jenkins, bottom lane, Dragon Tail goes. They get another kill. Jenkins, he just died, buddy. Don't walk forward, man. Just stay under the tower. It's fine. Listen, it's okay. You don't need that experience. You don't need the farm. He's walking into the axe. He's getting kills. Axe is sitting on how much gold? 1,200. Blink Dagger at 10 minutes. Plausible for the Axe here, as he has a stacked up jungle. Ooh, this is sexy. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that early game Blink Dagger would totally turn around this early game. Just blinking, slamming, going ham, and there he is. He's taking that gigantic stack, and the zoo is closed. All the animals going to be dying, and Axe is going to be walking away with a blink relatively soon.
I mean, that poor family of creeps there just killed my babies. All of a sudden, that entire creep camp's dead. Genocide by the Axe, so that's awful, man.
And that's, you know, they had their chance. They chose to stay there, and it didn't work out. Meanwhile, they got a regen rune going out to the Razor, and we have yet to see him leave the middle lane yet. Now, I'm not good at the video game. I'm pretty sure Razor needs his levels, and then he's got to kind of get out there and start doing some stuff. You think he deserves to still be there for a bit?
Yeah, I think he needs phase boots. Maybe one other item is fine, too. I wouldn't be surprised. I would like him to be involved, but I don't think you want to force anything. You see at the lanes and how they're pushed out right now. Bottom lane's pretty much under the tower, so you don't want to have to try to fight into that. Top lane, similar sort of thing. I think you want to wait until maybe Leviathan try to go for a push, or you could try to push the tower on your own, which is exactly what he's doing now. And he's doing a really nice job of taking this tier 1. Shibby can't really fight into him. There might be backup, or he might get just static linked and get blown up, so they've got to be careful of how they approach this Razor.
And be careful they will. They are being quite careful. I like you. You know, you're so positive. He's doing a really great job taking that mid tower.
Listen, man,
That's
when you've been flamed enough as I have when you cast, you learn to be positive. Even if you don't want to be positive, you have to be positive. Meanwhile, Dan, concussive shot, magic missile. Shibby has no blink. He's Sonic Wave, Ancient Seal. Shibby, turn around. No, kill him. Get him, Shibby. Can't do so. Plasma Field misses, hits a couple creeps. Does a little bit of damage to the New Shame. Almost kills him, actually. I didn't see how much actually damage he took, but not bad. They avoid death. Kind of a weird fight.
No.
All right.
This whole thing has been kind of a weird fight. I mean, there's just people rotating all over the place, damage, people running back. Not a lot's going on. It's only 3-3 in the 10-minute mark, despite all of this aggression coming out from both teams. Some odd, interesting team fights. And we still have all the towers, too. So, I don't know what's going on, but I sure hope somebody dies soon.
Flying Zebra has Finger now, so you can imagine that things are going to get crazy. There's going to be a hookshot onto Dan from Jenks in the middle lane. TP, Sonic Wave, Dan. Goodbye. Sayonara, buddy. Razor, you are dead as hell. That's unfortunate.
Can I draw pictures in this?
Yeah, you most listen. I love pictures, man. I'm all about that picture life. Shibby gets called, doesn't get a single counter helix proc from the Axe. Meanwhile, Fisher on a new champ, he's not blocked. Ooh, that block almost hit. That was almost beautiful. Good try though.
Almost beautiful. Yep, just like my ex-girlfriend. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Shredder is doing what he can. It looks like he will be going for that mech. He's got himself a headdress. Looking to build that up, get a little bit tanky on these team fights, get that lead, and make sure that it never falls behind. They're going to have quite a hard time bringing him down pretty soon. Meanwhile, the Stinky Pinky comes out online. He is now level 6, so we can see that be zapped in. Whatever, wherever. Can't wait to see that.
That's just the weirdest name for a spell on the face of the planet.
The which one?
Finger of Death. It just bothers me. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but it does. Anyways, speaking of the Razor, by the way, and he goes for phase boots. You used to be able to see Razor build mech like a lot of the time, but with phase boots, you just don't have the mana to use it. So, like you talked about, this mech pickup for Leviathan is huge because they have the advantage in terms of heals and sustained fighting, which is huge. I mean, sustained fighting is what Razor's about. Speaking of the mech and this Necrophos, he's in trouble. Earthspike Finger, they might be able to turn this around. Reaper Scythe is going to go. GKTA, see you later. Shredder trying to back up. Mechs himself back to full health. They're chasing after Pepe. They don't have mana to use Earthspike. It's up in 1 second. Hookshot Jenkins, long range. How the hell are you? Cogs are up underneath the tower. Jenkins is going to get healed up by the Death Pulse. They're going to kill Pepe. See you later. Double kill for Shredder. Fisher does snipe out Jenkins. Actually turns into a 3 for 2 as the Razor dies mid. Yeah, Shibby gets the kill mid with, I think, a Sonic Wave. Maybe just a Scream of Pain. And they're probably going to turn this into at least a little bit of tower pressure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, there we go. Tier 1 tower is getting knocked up. Man, that was a great fight. Barely on death's door from both teams, and then some of them make it out, some of them don't. That mechanism was so good for that early game fight. Loving it.
Malpax, what's that stat, dude? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just scream.
Are you okay, dude? What's happening?
I can scream. Woo!
Radiant's top tower
There we
has
go.
fallen.
Meanwhile, a rocket comes out. A little bit of that. You asked how she killed Razor with a scream.
You know, I'm losing it. Malpax, you're always there. You're always just. You're a rock, dude. You're a rock.
You're my rock. mod packs. So we're seeing a little bit of action on this mid lane. Shredder taking some taste of some lightning. He says, I don't like that very much. He's going to walk away. Not a big fan of the lightning bolts. But we were seeing 4 dudes looking in the mid. We got 1 off lane to try to contend with that Dragon Knight. Your Jenkins, who's a little bit behind after the several suicides into the enemy team. So hopefully he'll be able to catch up a little bit, get some farm that he desperately needs. Or not! Or he's going mid. Thanks for making me look like a fool.
Well, Leviathan, this is, they're doing the dance, but not much is happening. Shippy has a DD. He's going Orchid, by the way. Pretty good choice. Jenkins is, he died a couple of times, so his farm is stifled. He has Tread, Staff of Wizardry, and a Ring of Regen. That is not what, like, have a TP scroll or something, man. Buy a freaking stick, anything, dude. Just, like, this inventory looks underwhelming.
Yeah, what is it? Is that a Force Staff coming out on the Clockwork?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Force Staff's great on Clockwork. I
No, it
understand.
is. It's good.
Probably not the best first item, though.
No. I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's just like sometimes for most pros you'll see like stick, maybe like a set of wards, like a TP scroll. He has none of those things, so it kind of bothers me. I don't know. It's just my OCD is coming into effect right now.
Easily bothered here as the mid tower goes down. Team Ape, and they might just keep on moving. Meanwhile, a little trade Z on the bottom lane. Looks like Leviathan wants their bottom tower as well. These guys are going to split up into the jungle, though, and see if they can't rotate onto that top tower while they're still losing that bottom. A lot has been lost. A lot of towers have been abandoned there. Not a fight for either one of those.
What? Yo, the Facebook's Mask of Madness DK. What is this game? All right. I can't handle this.
That's great! That's speed! That's
Mod packs,
fastest dragon in the west.
Mod packs, you know what to do, man. You know what to do. All right, let's see some stats here. This is some next level shit. I see the drum coming out from the Razor. Shredder TP's up top. He's going for the Axe. Has that point booster. Actually has 2,000 gold away from that Axe. Not a bad item timing. Mech and Axe probably at like, say, 18 minutes is pretty good. Maybe 19 or 20 at the latest if he dies. But if they could defend this top tier 1 tower, maybe even win a fight out off the back end of it, they'll be in a really good spot. And I mean, they're putting a lot of eggs, I feel like, into this pushing potential from a Razor as well as the DK. And the Axe as well with the Blink Dagger. They have a lot of team fight, but this is a very early game oriented lineup, I feel like, for Apezone. The hook shot from Jenkins. Oh.
Okay. Well, that was awkward. But don't worry about it. Could this be a counter initiation here? A little bit of a wall. There we go. Standing dead. He's going to be draining that as you're talking about in the drafting phase. He's sucking that damage and he's slapping that Clockwork. And he is pushed out to freedom.
Wow.
The perfect play by Clockwork to save his life, too. It's just not Clockwork's day today.
Dan's like, oh, all right. I guess I have an elevator down to the low grade. See you guys later. Bye. Just walks away.
Disgusting. I love it.
That's not even that clock was like, at least we'll get the kill off the back end of this. Oh, oops. I don't know what happened there, but that's unfortunate.
Look at here. We're building a little tunnel here on Earthshaker. He's getting real sneaky. And Shibby kills somebody. I didn't even see that.
Sorry, I missed it too. Don't even worry about it, dude. I missed it as well. It's all right.
Looks like Vengeful Spirit got a little bit tower dive there, and this guy is in deep. He's in the jungle. He's waiting for the biggest surprise of their lives. He does not have a Blink Dagger.
He has no Blink Dagger. He's just like, he's going to walk out casually and be like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm going to Echo Slam you.
That's it, man. Come on. Oh!
He needs like a Fisher Stun first. He gets it. He's going to try to...
Well, now you
he blocked himself in. What happened? What just...
Okay. They're back. That worked. I don't know how it worked, but it worked. It was so terrifying. They had no idea what he was planning. They ran for the hills. God bless you, lone Earthshaker.
Mom has been purchased 6 times on DK, 0.4% of games in all-time pro Dota. He's 4-2? 4-2 on DK with Mom? What? Unfortunately, as far as Modpax and I have talked about previously, you can't really do boot stats on DK, but I'm almost positive FaZe Mom has been never purchased ever. So...
What's so wrong with it? Why do you hate the quick dragon?
All right, so DK, it's not about the quick dragon, but you're actually like the entire point of DK is becoming, like you said, a tank. With FaZe Boots and Mask Madness, he's pretty much the antithesis of a tank at this point. Like, yeah, I've got like a lot of armor, but then you just take a shit ton of amplified damage. You don't have the strength treads to work with either. So you know, it could work out. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna hold my judgment. We'll see how it turns out.
Have you watched How to Train Your Dragon? This guy's going the toothless build.
I actually haven't seen that movie. I want to see that movie, but I haven't.
Jesus. Well, I don't know how you're qualified to cast this game.
You're absolutely right, dude. I'm just gonna stop.
Damn it. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Keep going.
Nothing. I was done with my thought, and
I'm
it was
sorry.
a pretty
All right.
bad thought to begin with. So
There's
what do we got?
The Smoke Gang from Banana King.
Oh.
He's ready to go. GKTA, Casual Cloak Ogre Club. Interesting build from the Axe. They're looking to... Smoke's not really working out for them. They thought about going to the high ground and onto the other side of the river, and then they're saying, we're going to farm. Screw it. They go back in their own jungle, and that's the end of that one.
I feel pretty confused by the Banana King. And I always think I know what's in his head, and then he does the opposite. He smokes, stands in front of the Roche, and then he goes and farms the lane. I can't keep up with this kid. It's too next level for me.
This guy, he's made some pretty good Fisher blocks. He's unfortunately pretty underfarmed. I'm like waiting for this guy to just obliterate people with a Blink Dagger and like Echo Slam later on in the game, but I mean, who knows how this is going to happen. Right now, if we look at the graphs real quick, which we haven't checked out, there's only actually a 1,000 net worth lead for Leviathan, which is not much, but the later this game goes, I think they're in a better position just because they have... let's see here. Razor scales pretty well in the late game. DK is pretty good in the late game. Actually, maybe Leviathan might be in trouble if this game goes ultra late because DK is pretty good. Okay, let's see. Phase 10 games. 10 games. All right, so what's the overlap with 10 phase games plus Mom? I'm curious. I wish we could see that.
Are you still stuck on this? You gotta let it go, baby.
Not happening. It's just not happening, dude. It's just...
All right. Well, we got a smoke attempt here coming out from Team Leviathan. They're going to be swinging around. It looks like they're going to catch out Mr. Razor right here. Clockwork not going to initiate. Nice cancel there by Jenkins. They're going to wait for their perfect time, and the perfect time is not going to happen as Axe counter-initiation nation. They're all dead. That's it.
When you want to try to find a fight, the choke point is probably the best place for it for an Act 2. Waited, held onto his Blink Dagger. Nice counter initiation like we were talking about. He actually TP's away. Shibby can't really stop it, even with an Orchid. But Shibby's going to become a menace pretty soon here. He's going for the Axe. He's going to have his Orchid ready to go. Oh, Pepe. Pepe, buddy. Don't get caught. Don't get caught, Pepe. Okay, he's all right. I think he's fine. Okay.
Run, Pepe. Pepe. He will escape today. He will make it out. But however, Razor probably not going to make it out. He will be initiated on by Clockwork, who will then be silenced and screamed to his untimely death by Shibi. Another fantastic kill. Your score is 10-7. How do you think this game is looking out here so far? Who do you think's ahead, and what can the losing team do to kind of stop going down, buddy?
I think Leviathan have this lead early, but they need to make something happen. They have Shredder now with the Aghanim Scepter at 1930. He picked it up. I think it's time to fight, honestly. I don't know if you wait for DK to get super farmed. You really just want to be able to fight when DK's not at his best, which is certainly not yet. And by the way, if this DK build is Scotty, I'm done. I will leave the cast. It's just happening.
I think that actually might be exactly what he's building, so that would be pretty hilarious. I'd be fine solo casting how to train dragon here. So no worries. Meanwhile, is a 19-minute scepter? Is that legit? Is that very
That's pretty
good?
That's pretty good.
That's great. I usually get my scepter around the 40-minute mark. So great job on Necrophos there. Whew, that is going to be nasty with all this burst damage.
Yeah, the Shredder is in. He's in a pretty good spot, but I feel like they need to make something happen. I guess it's really hard to like initiate it into Axe Earthshaker. That seems miserable, but. They should try something, whether it's a smoke gank, whether it's just baiting like they're doing now with Flying Zebras. Shibby has a haste. Oh, he's going in. Pepe, you're in some trouble, but oh, Shibby actually gets Dragon Tail. Breathe Fire's going to go. Magic Missile. Shibby, what are you doing? He's done so. Flying Zebra's going to try to TP out, and he will make it. Shibby going in a bit too hard. He gives up so much gold to the DK. Confessor gets 500 plus from just that kill alone.
Oh, boy, that was beautiful. That's exactly what DK has been waiting for. Nice kill, a little bit of money, and he can build that beautiful whatever the hell he happens to be building. Ultimate Orb and a Mithril Hammer. What is that going to be?
Oh, he's got a recipe. Okay, it's what's the BK? The Ultimate Orb BKB. I guess he might be saving that Ultimate Orb for later, but...
All right. I don't want to guess about that guy anymore. I'm going to stop looking at his items. I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to know. I just want to see the carnage. Sure.
This is quite the game we've got in our hands. It's a lot of crazy stuff happening. If you're going out, you might as well go out with a DK, Phase Mom, BKB, Ultimate Orb, DK. Yeah.
Hey, no, maybe he just picks stuff in randomly. Maybe it's working. Who knows?
He has a dartboard with all the items on it. He just throws the darts and says, "Okay, what do we got now? Let's go."
Perfect. Ape is going to be cleaning up that stack over there, making some good moolah. What's he going to be building now? It looks like a, I don't know. He's got a cloak, but he also just bought a Mithril Hammer.
BK Bizzle. He's got that BK Bizzle.
Bizzle on the axe?
Yeah,
on Bizzle?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's how do you kill him? Hello? He almost trolled
Creeps
me.
know how to kill him. That was a close one. Oh, top. Another smoke attempt. These guys keep trying
They
to
did
fight.
that right under the ward, I think. I'm pretty sure they did that under the ward.
And these guys know. Yep, they are going to stay together and maybe move back a little bit. Banana King is the mist on the flare. Oh,
Do
no!
they not know?
Pepe!
Do they not
Run,
know?
Pepe!
Oh, Jenkins with
Pepe.
the beautiful hook shot gets in. Pepe, goodbye. That's not the best. Oh, this. Why did you swap him out? Echo Slam doesn't do anything. Plasma Field goes. They already make Reaper's Scythe. Goodbye, Banana King. He is dead for 70 seconds. Shredder is actually just going to TP out. Static Link steals 147. Zebra, no. Zebra, no. Nushamp gets a double kill, but he might go down. It's going to be 1 kill for 3 in the end. They actually get the DK. What a disaster. And Leviathan with a huge play. Jenkins with that beautiful hook shot. That questionable swap out from the Vengeful Spirit dies anyways. And then that's it. 3 for 1.
Oh boy, that did not turn out the way that they needed that to go. DK needed that very essential kill on Shibby, save up his money, and here we go, Shibby's hungry again! There goes the dagger, there goes the sign. She's not going to pursue that, but she's definitely letting Razor know that he does not have any place in the mid. He's going to go home sad tonight.
This is, they need to take this tier 1. This tier 1 tower has been alive too long for LVT. They're going to say, okay, let's push into this. Let's get this done. BKB now done for the axe, but Shibby doesn't give a damn about that. He wants the Sonic Wave. He wants it even better. The level 3 Sonic Wave coming out soon. The axe Sonic Wave could be pretty nice to have. And now Leviathan posturing themselves to try to fight. Jenkins has his hookshot back up again. They throw up a nice aggressive Observer Ward. And they're on the front lines. Pepe is smoked up. He'll Wave of Terror. They know he's on the high ground. He's not fooling anybody. And they're a bit too late to the party. Dan comes in. Plasma Fields. He's also smoked up. But if you look at Leviathan, they're already making the back call. Shibby will farm a couple of stupid-ass Mud Golems, the worst creep in the game. And they'll go back to work.
Well, they are the most fun to hit. You can at least say that. Nice
That's
illusion wards here, you know? Taking out some eyes on the targets here. Skywrath Mage, they know that's an illusion, so they won't be engaging on that. And will they be able to connect the dots? Why is this illusion here? Maybe it's because they're doing Roshan. Doesn't look like they connected those dots very well. So that puzzle remains unsolved as a uncontested Roche from the looks of it for Team Leviathan.
And unless Apezone were to smoke up, there's really no danger for Leviathan doing this. If you look at the Observer Wards coming out for Leviathan, they have such good vision that this is not a problem whatsoever. They know exactly where almost every hero on the map is. They're going to get an easy Roshan. Shredder will probably pick up the Aegis. No, it's Shibby. And his Aegis plus Aghanim Scepter now flying out. This is the time to go. They're hitting their stride. Leviathan know they have this time to work with. But they do have to fight into the BKB coming out from the DK. That is a bit to work with here. We'll see what happens the next couple of minutes.
Yep, they've got to end this match soon, though. I mean, let's not say that a late-game DK would not be able to completely just decimate this lineup. That much armor is going to be really hard to knock down, and they're really looking for that burst damage kill potential that they've been doing so far. So, counter smoke coming out. Pepe is caught out again. Run, Pepe! And Pepe will not be caught this time. And the smoke goes from the back. Could this be the pincer maneuver of lore? The old sandwich of death? Find out. Here we go. Lion has been found out. They're going to initiate on that lion. Lion's head is cut off. Here comes another kill. Could it be? Yes! Another man is down. The Razor pops his ult for really no reason. And they are on the hunt, separated, alone, and frightened. Jenkins, Dota, he is out of there. And that is exactly what Team Ape was looking for.
Nice. They smoked a little away from this Observer Ward here in the mid lane. Had they smoked on top of that, this goes 100% differently for Leviathan. They get 2 supports, not bad, a good smoke, but they don't pick up any of the main targets they want to go for. They do defend their tier 2 tower, and that's going to stifle this game a bit longer, which is very important. The longer they let this game go on, the more DK gets farmed, the more he becomes an issue to work with. And even with Faye's mom, this DK can still bring out the damage. And yes, I'm still on that topic.
Oh, jeez. Do you think that he could potentially win this game, though, if he gets enough time?
Absolutely.
DK?
Because the Razor's going to get, like Refresher Ags, and then you're going to have DK, who's hitting like a truck already, plus like his level 3 ultimate, whatever he gets with his ultimate orb. He'll wreck people. But they need to get there sooner rather than later, and they have to avoid taking really awkward fights. So they have the utilities to work with. They also have an Axe. I mean, you can never really count on a hero like Axe or even Earthshaker. So they have this late game, I think.
I'm going to make you a deal. If Dragon Knight becomes the MVP, I'm going to need you to play a Mask of Madness and Phase Boot Dragon Knight game.
I mean, in like 4K MMR, I'll crush people, but if this was a real game, I'd get shit on, so.
Top lane looks like Axe is all on his lonesome, and they're going to teach him to look at his minimap a little bit more, and he is out of there. Shredder taking him out. Not sure if they needed to commit that ult, but hey, whatever, it's back in 60
He's down for 82 seconds. Now this is the time to go. Like, There's no way he can buy back. He's dead for literally ages. And you can't initiate without an axe if you're Apezone. So that was actually such a huge play that might have gotten them at least a tower, if not 2. Yeah, dude, that ult, pretty good. Pretty good ability for the Necrophos.
That's something I always forget. It's not really wasting your ult to get to kill. It's to stop them from coming back. But we don't have time to talk about it because the Echo Slam knocking out. Not doing too much, though, as he is instantly sent back a scream of pain, almost taking him out. And there goes Razor to, oh, man, that is not good for them.
That was such a good play. The cogs to stop everyone from jumping in further, and then they orc it up plus Sonic Wave, and then he backs up like a baller. He's like, yeah, he's not healing himself. There's no way he's going to get through that soul burn, and then he just dies. So they get a kill. They aren't able to get the tier 2 tower. They probably could have fought into that, but everyone else was not there on the map. Like, Nushan was bottom, so he could be involved in the fight. I think they were missing another hero also, but they're going to go bottom instead. Shibi has his ult back up in 10 seconds. It's level 3. He has a regen rune. He's feeling himself right now. Axe is still dead for literally ages. 17 seconds left to go on the respawn timer. They might find Confess. Or Spike's going to go Hex first. Now the Orchid's up as well. Can't get his BKB. A finger Sonic Wave. That's a huge kill. No buyback. Confessor, what are you doing there, buddy? What are you doing?
Oh, man. We just saw it right there. That is the power of this Leviathan draft. They managed to find out the tankiest dude in the game, and he was just disappeared before anybody could react. Such amount of burst coming out from these guys. That is nuts, and that is a free bottom tower for Team Leviathan.
All right.
I'm going to draw a dead dragon right here to celebrate.
Kind
of looks like a snake, but that's the best I can do. There he is.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yo, he's got some issues. His feet, man.
More like a viper, but whatever. It looks like they got to put some pressure on the middle lane now. Could they potentially take this? With Dragon Knight still coming back in 15 seconds, they're going to think, nah, there's no reason to risk it. Let's back up, think about our decision. They are once again... Stan and Dan is not there, though. So I do not think Dan will... He does have a TP. He could come back to this fight, but they might try to take it without Dan. And yeah, they're going to go for it.
I think they just give this tower... I mean, he wants to get this tier 1 top for sure. They have a glyph, though, so I think this tower's just gone. No glyph for the Radiant side, so... he could come back and defend still, though. You don't have a creep wave mid. Will he's the question.
No? That tower is really hoping. Somebody come help me, please! Oh, no. That tower's dead. Sad. And there you go. She's buffing up the creep, too. Gave him the medallion. Making sure that he's nice and strong.
And Aegis was gone, too. It's not like they were like, okay, we're not going to fight into Aegis. That thing was down. So I don't know why he didn't TP. He had a TP scroll. So, that, I mean, I guess he was really committed to getting that tier 1 tower, but it was already dead by the time they were maybe looking to defend that. So kind of an awkward engagement or one that wasn't happening. But Leviathan take the tier 2 tower. Confessor is going for that good old DK Phase Mom BKB Manta style.
Fantastic. There's going to be phasing DKs all over the map. But, you know, the tier 1 tower, he took it instead of defending his tier 2. But that's a mental victory. I mean, when you're at the 30-minute mark and there's still tier 1s standing up, that drags the whole team down. Razor's trying to mentally support his team. I'm totally for that decision.
Yeah, that was... I mean, at least they got something out of it. It was a trade, but a trade that didn't really benefit them. But they, like you said, I mean, just getting anything off the map is something. So, also, this Hex is going to get built on the Necrophos, and then that's huge, I think, for Shredder.
Oh, God.
Maybe it's a Shiva's, actually. It could be a Shiva's. Shiva's is okay.
Yeah, I think Hex would be a much better choice, though. I mean,
yeah, I
if you
agree.
could Hex out that Dragon Knight and burst them down. Woohoo! Oh, that'll be it. That's one cooked dragon.
I mean... Regardless of the choice, that's just a big item. Shiva's or Hex. I think it's fine either way. But they need to wait for the next Roach, probably, and then they go for the high ground at this point because they have such a lead. Although 5,000 net worth is not that big, it's something. 5,000 experience as well for Leviathan, so they're in an okay position. DK with a Manta style is going to start pumping out the damage with his level 3 ultimate as well. I mean, this is where the damage really comes from. Also, the attack spell is pretty nice. I think, let's see, let's see. Attack speed slows movement speed by 30%. Attack speed slowed by 20%. So yeah, it's pretty good. So level 3 Dragon Knight ultimate is pretty solid. We'll see how this pans out. They're heading to the enemy. They just walked in without a smoke. They're gonna throw up this observer ward. Meanwhile, the enemy jungle on the other side, the Radiant jungle, is being headed up by Leviathan. So
I don't know. I mean, Leviathan's got to put a little bit of fire under their step, you know? If they keep letting these guys catch up, it might not be good. A Manta-style Dragon Knight with the Mask of Madness pop, that is just going to tear through stuff if they're not careful. So they got to get these fights going and take up barracks here probably in the next 10 minutes or stuff might not be going their way anymore.
Yeah, the thing is they have to make sure he has to get that BKB off. Otherwise, with that Mask of Madness, he's going to get obliterated. So BKB is a huge item for him. Otherwise, he'll just die. But that's not that hard. It's literally 2 buttons. So.
Okay, you know, you never know. It's difficult to press buttons sometimes. Take it from me.
I mean, yeah, for me, yeah, it definitely is. I have a pretty big problem with pressing. But I know, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Dude.
Assault Cuirass Queen of Pain. Mott Packs, can you give us the stats for Assault Cuirass built on Queen of Pain? That would be great if possible. I would love to know the numbers.
It's a constricting item for Queen of Pain.
Let's
I don't
wait for
know,
the
man.
night. What does DK build more in Pro Dota?
Oh no, the gold ram. She wants the gold ram. Shit, Queen of Pain takes out the gold ram. All that money on the year beast wasted. Oh, the humanity. No.
Is that one of the year beast couriers? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
she whiffed. She whiffed. Shibby, no. What happened, buddy? Oh man. Okay, so hold on. Let me give you an instant replay. Shibby's here. Earthshaker's here. Shibby ults in this direction and misses the Earthshaker who's in this direction. That's unfortunate.
It's the curse of the golden ram, baby. You kill that thing, you die immediately. Remember that, kids. Don't touch the golden ram.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't hate to be silent after that comment. Feel free. Think about it for a bit.
I'm in awe, man. I also didn't know that was the courier from Year Beast. I had actually no idea.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
The cursed golden ram of Team Apescape, or whatever the hell their name is.
Right,
Ape Squad?
Apezone.
Great.
Let's change the name to Ape Escape. That's a good name.
Okay. Double damage coming out on Lion. On the top, he's getting some jungle. Meanwhile, this chick has a bracer and a brown boot. Is that good build?
It's a build when you're like poor and you can't build anything. You're just like, let's get some tanking. Let's survive a little bit longer.
There we go.
23 aces on QoP, 1.4%. So it's not quite the 0.0 or 0.4% of DK mom builds, but 1.4, pretty small number. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sell Cuirass on a Queen of... I can hear like Blaze in my ear being like, this is awful. Why would anyone build this? But I like it. I think it's a good choice.
I mean, she does do a sizable amount of right clicks, so and it's definitely got a good aura for the rest of the team. They are a little bit squishy, so
you need to make DK have some sort of armor reduction also, because he has 24 armor, so that's kind of a problem. And one way to do that is give them the armor reduction or through the Assault Cuirass, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah. But not too much happened. It looks like both teams are just trying to farm up as much as possible. You see any more interesting items coming out here? Axe has finished that BKB. I wonder what he's building next. Probably a Pipe of Insight would be a good idea.
He could, or he could go straight into an Aghanim Scepter, which is like, that seems to be the item everyone built, at least in the last like 6.83 patch, but I'm not sure. I think that item's still amazing, so I think he should build that. We have a couple of Aghanims still. We talked about Jenkins getting his axe. He got his 4-staff first, and he's been kind of stifling his farm. Shredder picked up a Blink Dagger on the Necrophos. Flying Zebra just got his. So kind of late for Flying Zebra to get that Blink Dagger, but he does have it. Oh, mid lane, what's happening? Jenkins, goodbye, buddy. We'll see you later. Nice to know you.
He's dunked! And that is not the best target, though. I mean, they would have much rather get a Queen of Pain or a Necrophos, right? So are they going to try to make this into a Roche attempt? That's pretty risky stuff to do there, boys! And, yeah, they're going to put a ward up. They're going to have eyes on everybody watching them right now. Good ward. Another ward coming out from Team Dire, so a lot of people can see what is going on here. And a swap! They swap in Queen of Pain from the high ground thanks to the ward! And there she goes! Queen of Pain is knocked out! Vengeful Spirit will die for it. But nice pick on that Queen of Pain. That's the kind of person you want to be killing. And they are still in this Roche pit. A very risky scenario. Are they? No, they're going to walk away from that knowing that they know that they're in the Roche. Everybody knows everything. That's a block. It's over.
I'm surprised they didn't counter that ward from the Radiant team on the that is the #1 counter warding pit when there's a Roche step going on, or you need to counter ward that immediately. I don't know why they let that stay alive. No central wards on anybody, no Gem of True Sight, and Shibby's like, well, team, that's an oversight by the supports. That should be fixed and dealt with. But they actually don't secure Roche off the back end because guess what? Razor, DK, not in Dragon form, pretty terrible Roche combo. They don't really do any damage ever. You need Wave of Terror, and even that's not that great. And, well, she didn't get her Wave of Terror off before she killed herself by swapping the Queen of Pain into the pit, so... They were not able to take that, and there was no they were going to be able to take it when Clockwork got back up. So that's a smart play to back up. They at least get the kill on the Queen of Pain, but... And that's the other thing, too. Like, you need to have DK ult to be able to take Roche and towers. Like, they don't really have that much presence in pushing towers at this point. Not that Leviathan have the best tower presence either, but... they have a bit more. They have the Medallion coming out now. Shredder does okay right-click. They only have 3 heroes in here, but... They're not even smoking. They know they're coming. They have the flare out. They see them on the way, Ape. They're trying to contest this. Blink in. GKTA. It's going to be in the cogs. And the Mystic Flare. They swap him out. Pepe taking a lot of that damage as well. Confessor pops his mom. Hasn't popped his BKB yet. He's got a Chrysalis. Jenkins, look out, buddy. Taking a lot of that damage. He's donezo. They will take the Roshan, jump in. Banana King jumped up on as well. Statically got a Shredder. He's in trouble. He might not be able to get his ultimate off. I don't think he will. Sonic Wave going, not doing much damage. Shredder has no mech. Shredder got a Death Pulse. Might be able to get his ultimate off. Does not. Meanwhile, GKTA pops his BKB. They get Razor. GKTA low, but that's just the Aegis. He might be able to get out. He's pretty speedy. Up to the high ground. Nushim chasing after him. Shibby blinks forward. Scream of Pain gets the kill. They had the Observer Ward. They had the Vision. Shibby with the triple kill, but he runs right into the DK. DK already popped his BKB. Shibby, no ultimate coming out. The Sonic Wave down for 15 seconds. And Newsam in the trees. Out of mana. Or get up onto Pepe. Scream of Pain. He will get the support. Venge. Ultra kill comes out for Shibby, but he cannot finish off the DK. In the end, only 2 men standing. And the ultra kill from Shibby leads the way for Leviathan. What a crazy-ass fight.
That was long, brutal, and I had a great time watching it. Well, Shibby has a ton of cash now, 2,500 walking away from that. Meanwhile, Dragonite, he's got a 14 himself. He's going to pick up a Chrysalis. Looks like that's going to become a Daedalus, and he's going to be looking to put on some hurt now. Interesting to see what Shibby's going to build with that. As we talked about before, Shape Stick would be a great pickup, I think, this game. So hopefully we'll be seeing something like that. They've got to have an answer for that now, kind of getting into his own Dragonite.
Yeah, the DK is going to be a huge issue. The one problem I have for the DK is that he got the BKB super early, so this is going to be a 5-second duration BKB sooner rather than later. And he really, I don't know. I guess he could get Refresher. That's probably fine. But he's going to have Daedalus. He's going to be not necessarily a Glass Cannon because he's super tanky Dragon Knight, but I think if Shibby does get a Scythe of Ice, this game is going to be kind of a problem for them later on down the road. They'll still have the late game, but Dan has his Ags now done, so that's pretty good. Refresher Orb could be solid as well. And then at that point, Refresher Orb, Aghanim's Razor plus whatever the DK has is probably as good as it's going to get. And Leviathan are starting to lose ground a little bit. That last Roche fight probably should have went better. Okay. Hook shot onto Creeps because he has an Ags, so Jenkins is just showing off at this point.
That's cool. Good for him. And you were right, the Shiva's Guard, coming out on Necro. He's doing good. He's pretty tanky now. It's going to be tough to take him out, but they didn't seem to have too much of a problem with it. The Manta-style Dragon Knight Ultimate. So it could go either way now. I don't think that Leviathan, they had the chance to push, and they didn't. And now they have to deal with this kind of much stronger Team Ape squad.
I think they're still in an okay position, but oh wow, Banana King has Blink 4 staff seemingly out of nowhere. We didn't really talk about him. That's huge, man. Like, once he gets level 3 ultimate as well, which he's not too far away from, this becomes kind of a problem. Not that it isn't already, but
that's a lot of problems.
Yeah, there's a lot. Listen, in Dota, when I'm casting, there's always a lot of problems. There's a lot of unfortunate things. There's a lot of problems. That's all you need to know at this point.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, all right, that's an Ethereal Blade. That is not unfortunate. At least for Leviathan, that's very fortunate.
Yeah. Oh, that Ethereal Blade is such a powerful pickup on this team. This burst damage only going to get worse and worse. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see just one Ethereal Blade coming out, but a very timely pickup by Nusham. They have better hope that they have some BKB charges.
This is like, no, it's not even, this is the perfect game for an Ethereal Blade. Look how much physical damage there is from Apezone. They have like one big magic ability. That's like Echo Slam. Everything else, physical. DK right-click, physical. Axe, all of his damage, physical. Razor, all of his damage, physical. Everything is physical this game. Ethereal Blade is so good for their team. Leviathan's just going to be like, all right, can you throw that Ethereal Blade on me? Good, we're going to kill everybody now. Let's go.
Well, Dragon Knight's cleaning up as much farm as he can here. Yeah, he's got his Deso. He's hitting a lot harder now than he has in past team fights. So the next team fight, they will definitely need to focus him down completely and take him out if they're going to have a chance with that. But the rest of his team will be there to try to make sure that doesn't happen. Stand and Dan, run around on the top. he does have his Agnums up, so if he puts some pressure on that tower, that thing might go down relatively quickly. He's going to be agging the creeps, though, taking their jungle away. And I wonder if we'll be seeing a refresher on him later.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here this game. That's the crazy thing. I honestly, again, I just... Okay, BKB. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. BKB for the Queen of Pain. I was like, what did he buy? What did he buy? Picks up the BKB, which is not a bad choice. Pretty defensive. And now, I don't know, I feel like he could have gotten away with the Scythe because they have that Ethereal Blade, but that's just me.
I don't know. I mean, Queen of Pain is doing a ton of damage. She does have the armor. She's pretty tanky, so making sure that she can't get caught out is important. But, I mean, their biggest catch right now is the Axe, which goes through BKB. So, I don't know. I'm not a pro player, but let's see how it goes.
Shout out to everyone in chat who says, this DK's items, Lamau. I feel you.
No! I believe in the DK's items.
I mean, it actually is probably going to work out, but the fact that it's working out, like, blows my mind, and I love it. GKTA he's ready to initiate. Dan is on the front line. He doesn't have an Aegis. He does have BKB. He doesn't... Well, he's going Assault Cross. He has the Plate Mail. Maybe Shiva's Guard actually is pretty good as well on Razor. Flare is up. Is this going to be the big fight to end all fights? GKTA thought about initiating. Shiba was nearby to help out. Come on, guys, please. No! Please, initiate. That's not the initiation we're looking for. Dan? Dan? Get him, Dan. Run at him. BKB used early on. Shibi jumps away, actually. BKB now used for Dan. Shredder's like, let me out of here. Sonic Wave goes, does a lot of damage. Dan in trouble. Dan, get out of there, buddy. Swap out. Reaper Scythe is gonna go. They'll get the kill. He's dead for 108 seconds. Echo Slam does literally nothing. Banana King missed his Blink Dagger. What a disaster. Zebra, he's Ethereal Bladed. Banana King about to fall. Shibi gets the Scream of Pain. They're blowing him up. Leviathan on the warpath. Hookshot into Confessor now. They're gonna take some illusions down. They trap in the cogs. Confessor gonna pop the Dragon Tail. Agent Seal. It's a team wipe. Leviathan Dota. Shibby feeling himself right now. Gets the triple kill. What a goddamn disaster. Holy shit.
That was as bad as it could have gone. I'm going to draw a graveyard up here because there's so many corpses. That was horrible. Just a horrible. That was not good. Big team wipe. Big kill on the Razor with the Reaper Scythe. Reaper Scythe. Excuse me. He won't be back for a minute. This is going to be straight barracks. At least one. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they have no buybacks. That's a problem.
That ain't good.
That's generally when you're playing a game of Dota and you lose a team fight with no buybacks, that's probably game losing.
Middle tower is
Well,
under
I
attack.
don't know. Let's pray.
They have
Everyone
Glyph though.
join
They have
hands.
Glyphs. They've got Glyph.
Maybe the tower will be able to kill everybody. Good luck.
It's like the Year Beast. They upgrade the tower to do all the damage and like...
Summon the
buildings.
Year Beast.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's not happening.
By the way, I gotta
Down.
say, before this game is over, we played that Year Beast game with Sunspan. I was very impressed with your techies play. We almost won that game because you were techies, and then I built stupid items like Luna, SNY, and Midas, and we lost. So that's on me, I think.
That game sucks.
Yeah, that game's not fun, dude. But it
Sorry,
was fun
pal.
with you guys, but just in general, that game's not fun.
Ugh, God. Well, looks like this might be two. They're probably gonna have to back out. Dragon Eye's back. The 2-year death of Razor is finally over. He's a free Razor once again, and they'll take one barracks out of it. Almost take out a bottom tier tower. So, whew. Luckily for them, they are back, and they didn't lose that much. This is still a winnable game. A pause comes out.
No!
Yes! I love pauses. Now we get to talk about the effigies.
No, wait, hold on. Oh, first of all, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do that. But Mott Packs, you know what time it is, buddy. Yo, Banana King has this Japanese effigy right here. I don't know what this says, but it's a phoenix. Good stuff. Anyone want to translate that for me? Go for it.
I believe it means happy fun time. So good for him.
Good for him.
Okay. What about this effigy? Dan's Tyrant statue. Apparently that was made by Dan.
It has 182 commands. What?
Apparently people like that.
I guess
Kinda
so.
like what an 8th grader would name their statue. This is Michael's fun statue. But okay, Dan, sure.
They don't have any other effigies, by the way. That's it, those two.
God, that sucks. All right, let's head on over to
Dire side.
Dire. What do we got? Big meaty hanger is going to be your Pudge.
Oh,
That's
Jenkins.
nice.
Jenkins, though.
Got the claw hook, very expensive. Oh.
Yo, what's wrong with Pudge's head right now, dude? Do you see this?
Yeah, I see that. That's I don't want to know. I don't want to look. Oh, Alpine Ursa. Oh, baby. The Dota Cosmetic Trust Fund by Shredder Dota.
Where?
Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
Woo!
Yeah. That's nice. That's it. Guys, give this your commends right here. It only has 14. Commend that more.
I don't think people are gonna commend that because they're pissed. That's a lot of money.
Come on, man.
Ginyu Force 420 by Shibi. All right. I don't watch anime. I don't know what that's referencing.
Yo, you don't watch Dragon Ball Z? Come on, dude.
Ginyu Force? Oh man, you just blew me back to middle school.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember that.
Exactly.
Right. Then I don't know, there's a tree. I believe this is the tree being fornicated.
Here we go. What does a clock do when it's hungry? Says Modpax.
Oh.
What Modpax? What does a clock do when it's hungry? Tell us, please. It goes back 4 seconds. Oh! See, these jokes are so bad they're amazing. I love them.
You got any bad jokes? Hit me up.
See, like, you don't know the greatness of Modpax's jokes. I don't know why it gets me so excited all the time, but it does. Maybe I'm just insane. I'm insane. Just don't worry about me.
Here's a bad joke for you.
Okay. Okay.
Dragonite Phase Boots Mask of Madness.
Oh, got him. He got him. There
got him. All right. So what are this team is going? What are you gonna do? They're gonna lick their wounds. They're gonna think about doing Roche, which is not up for quite some time. Then go for another barracks. As you were saying in that last team fight, that Ethereal Blade saved the Lion. He was able to do a lot with that. So again, great pickup this game. Very impressive. And a Gem of True Sight coming out from the Earthshaker.
There it is. That gem is going to help them get map control back. Do they have one on the side of Leviathan? No. No gem up currently, which is actually kind of big. So map control is important, but the problem is how do they get outside of their base? I mean, they have to push out mid lane, which isn't that big of a problem, but if they lose another set of racks, then all of a sudden their map control dwindles hugely, even though they have that Gem of True Sight. So at this point right now, I think Leviathan are probably one team fraud away from winning the game. Ape need to do something drastic here. Whether that's a smoke, whether that's just having really good initiation, whether that's taking Roshan, which is up in about 20 seconds. They have to find something here.
Ape's got nothing to lose, and you don't back an animal into a corner. These guys are going to be out for blood, and I can't wait to see if they can rip out their throats. Let's see what Team Ape has up their sleeve with this smoke attempt.
They're ready to go. They're pushing across the river. They do go for that Smoke of Deceit. Dan gonna lead the way. It looks like almost Leviathan. No, this is happening. Jenks is gonna spot him out. They have vision. This is awkward. Blink misses the Berserker's Call, doesn't use it, pops the BKB. Nusham's probably not the target you're looking for. But it's fine if you kill him. Ethereal Blades himself, so he doesn't take the physical damage. Tail taking a lot of damage. The Coin Blade's gonna go GKT, barely low. Reaper Scythe blows him up. Jacob's about to fall. Echo Slip coming in. And Shredder getting blown up. He already used his ultimate. Meanwhile, Flying Zebra does get one kill by that coming in. That'll be from Shredder. No, that's actually from the side Nusham. He gets back into the fray. It's a 2-for-2. They actually got the Reaper Scythe off. There's a lot of low heroes in Apezone. Banana King's probably going to die here. He'll try to TP out, not going to make it. That was kind of awkward. So a 3-for-3 fight in the end. Roche is back up, and I don't think you can test this if you're Apezone. You don't have your Dragon Knight ultimate. You don't have your BKB. BKB's down to a 6-second duration for him. Close fight, but it's not enough. Leviathan, even after getting surprised, they are able to take it somehow. I mean, it's pretty even, though.
Yeah. That's as awkward as a middle school dance. I don't know. They didn't get really focused on any heroes that they wanted to on either team. They did manage to knock out that Necrophos, which is a pretty sizable kill, but they really want to be, I don't know. I still think Queen of Pain is a much better target.
I mean, Shibi he seems unkillable now. 16-3. How do you kill this guy, dude?
I don't know. Not with their build. That's how you do it. Restart the game, pick different heroes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's probably... I don't know about the TK safe lane phase bomb. I mean, I'm sure there's a way that it could work out, but it's probably not this game. Leviathan seemed to... Okay. Daedalus on Queen of Pain. All right. I see you, Shibi. Where are you going to put that, though? Are you going to get rid of your treads? That's just going to sit on the courier. What are you going to get rid of?
Yeah, I think she's just going to wait for the Aegis.
You wait for the Aegis? So that... Okay, so that Daedalus is just sitting on the courier for another 5 minutes. Good
Casual Daedalus purchase, no problem. On your Queen of Pain hard carry, right clicker. I don't know what's going on in the match anymore. I'm just having a great time.
Yeah.
I can't make sense of any.
Listen, that happens to every caster at about 40 minutes into the game. Don't you worry. All you need to do is just I don't know. Talk about what's on the screen. I don't know, man. Eventually, I get super confused, and I don't know what's happening anymore. Dota's a game played by 5 people versus 5 people.
Let's talk about the effigies again. Jenkins Dota solo bot. He's going to be looking for some farm. Popping those flares, keeping an eye on the team. He might have seen a little bit there, a little bit that his little eye shouldn't have seen. And could we see a team fight down here? This is odd movements here. Why are they trying to start a team fight here in the middle of nowhere?
You gotta do something, man. Like, you've been clinging on to a lead, and they want to make sure they fight they take a fight outside of the base, because if they do it inside the base, they probably lose a Rax anyways. And so they push up to pretty much the river here, and GKTA is actually like, and I think Leviathan are doing the smart thing. Despite them having Aegis, they're gonna wait to fight on their own terms. So they're gonna smoke up. Newsham is gonna walk forward. Jenkins as well. And now, if they don't back up in time, Dan might get hookshot. He does TP away. Oh, they just missed. GKTA is like, let's get the hell out of here. And Leviathan could have ended the game right there with that kill on Dan, but they couldn't find him. They might get Pepe. It's an okay consolation prize. It's not the best. Let's Ethereal Blade him for good measure. Sure, why not? And they might catch Axe. They do the Hex up. They blow him up to Reaper Sight, and he's dead for 100 seconds. And he might have had buyback. He does have buyback. It doesn't matter. Oh, Shredder on the Necrophos. Good hero. And that might be it, man. That just might be the game.
And they're gonna catch outstanding Dan as well. There comes the power and the pain on Dan. Dan says, I'm gonna link you and keep trying to fight. BKB's out. Will that speedy man be able to make it out alive? That'd be incredible. It ain't gonna happen. This ain't a Disney movie. No happy endings for Dan. Confessor, he's gonna get bursted down. Oh, missed hook though. Counter initiation by the Echo Slam, which does absolutely nothing. Standing Confessor fighting a one-man battle here. He pops the Manta. He's got the power. He's got the crits. And he's out. He's a corpse. They're going to take a barracks. They might just take the game.
That is GG. That's it. DK's dead for 85. You still have the Axe dead for a minute. Razor's dead for a minute this game. They have no Echo Slam when they respawn. That is it. And they'll swap out.
Swap to the fountain.
That's his Aegis. He's got Blink, though. Yo, get that Daedalus, dude. It's on the trees. Shibby, blink out. Dragon Tail. Oh, no. Confessor just got buyback. Shibby, what a throw. What a mistake. They actually, I don't know if they can take this anymore. They need to leave.
Hell no. This ain't TI4.
Oh, they got the Dire Courier. But Confessor, who just bought back, is going to get Reapered. The counter throws. The counter 3-2-2. Throw up your deep hit 3-2-2s, ladies and gentlemen, because that's it. It's over. Or maybe not.
What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened?
All right, so
the dieback.
Throws into counter throws. It's real.
Somebody's paying millions of dollars on this game. I don't know what's going on. Pepe, the lone ranger here. Earthshaker will be joining her soon, but I mean, all that crazy shit. They only lost 1 barracks. They still got the top, and they might have to back up because of that.
Shredder's like, I put enough damage on this range Rex. It's not gonna regen. Let's just get out. Let's get out of here. Shibby's got buyback if necessary, but he's fine. So that was kind of the worst thing is that he flew his courier right into a set of creeps. Courier died with his Daedalus on it. That's kind of a problem.
Yeah, but that's an issue. The casual Daedalus has been now put into the I don't even know where couriers go when they die. Purgatory, sure. And,
all I know is they turned gray, and they're non-existent on the map.
There you go. They're just gone. And the courier, I mean, the bottom barracks, still alive. They only lost 1 barracks. They only lost 1 barracks.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Should have been a lot worse for Ape. You gotta admire their brass here. They're down a set of racks and a half with a team that's not very good in pushing, and they're probably gonna lose Dan again if they're not lucky. Cogs Jenkins with that force. Oh, that would have been the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. But he's not able to converge. And
he lives the sheltered, sad life.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right.
Oh man.
Second sexiest life, or second sexiest thing.
I need to learn not to openly laugh at people's plays. So it's about that earlier. My bad.
It's all right. Well, it's fine. Meanwhile, Shibby's going in hard for whatever reason. He's gonna get called because he's gonna chant totem. He's in trouble. He does blink out. Echo Slam onto Jenkins does a little bit of damage. GKTA is gonna get blown the hell up. Reaper Scythe goes. He's dead for literally ages. Finger onto Dan. Shiva's guard's about to hit him. Shibby walks in, screams him, gets the kill. I don't know what they were literally all alive 2 seconds ago. Now they're all dead.
Double Reaper Scythe. The Dragon Knight, remember when he bought back about a month ago and he died from Reaper Scythe? He is still yet to spawn. That dude, we're still waiting on him. GG is called before he can even spawn again, and that is the game. A very confusing yet exciting game, and a beautiful one to be a part of.
That was, I'm not sure what happened. To take a phrase out of pretty much every caster's book, that was a game of Dota 2. Things happened, people died, items were purchased, and in the end, it was a 54-minute game where, honestly, I guess Leviathan won. That's it. They take the victory, and with that Apezone, they're donezo. They will not move on, I don't believe. In
That's
Dota 2
it?
Canada Cup, they already had lost 2 games. That is their 3rd game. They go 0-3 in the group stages. Leviathan now currently 2-1, I believe. They lost to Complexity. Actually, no, Leviathan's 1-1 because they still have another game, which is, by the way, up next. Leviathan